From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get
this part of the game. I should have kept that fork and shit, Josh.
Now Lawrence on the play fake.
Man, that's a
pick. Take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas.
That's all me.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Again for the first time to Rashad White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Nah, bottom of the car.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's Thomas. He's got it. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That's crazy.
In the sky, the play caller seeing space.
Time of this should be crazy, son.
And a positive gain out of it.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Going on 4th. Here's Lawrence.
Pick that shit, man.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive.
Oh, they got. Am I using the bug sweeper? The bug's got fault.
Got a turnover on down.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series.
I like this
Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Some outside shit there. Okay.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Launches one deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts from the goal line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw, Lawrence.
That's a good pass.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down.
I ain't get that, Nick. Man, this
He's on the
nigga.
move. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 17 on
Y'all
that
gotta
one.
see this.
And that's a
Y'all gotta
Jaguar
see this.
first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be
Y'all gotta
just
see this
fine
one.
with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
The fuck?
They'll try and punch it in. Takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points in this game. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. Zettler all set for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Big lift from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cameron, why are you messing with him?
And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another one for Gibbs. Through the 2nd level at the 40. Jameer Gibbs. And he's finally brought down at the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Again, it's Gibbs. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now try Gibbs again. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Gibbs. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, and how about this? It brings up 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
Running for it, here's Gibbs. And he gets in, touchdown. The Lions take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Jameer Gibbs touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. Lions break that tie. 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lawrence working from the gun. That's low and bounces short of his man. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He completes it in traffic. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Throw wheeled in by Thomas. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got it near the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. And it's the Jaguars looking at first and 5. Now Lawrence. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars earn the chance to tie before halftime. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Jaguars tie things up at 14. Zettler all set for the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's Lance. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. On first down, it's Gibbs. Juke the defender. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They go play action on first. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Able to find Wright. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Detroit calls timeout in second. And they still have one in their pocket. What's left in this half?
Tied up.
I'm not sure how this defense let that slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Now it's Lance. Finds Laporta. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's brought down for a loss. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. From his own end zone, here we go. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Zettler all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Offense to the line for second down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing his lands. He's going deep this time. Well, they have a look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And his kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Got him in. It's Thomas. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll run here on first down. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lawrence looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Now it's Lawrence. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
They send a man in motion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Wanted to get it to Thomas, but it's intercepted. And the Lions get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But
This nigga just hit stick me through two people.
If you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Jukes one defender. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Blast through midfield. And he's down all the way to the 30. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Coming right is Gibbs. And they had that one contained right at the line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Working quickly here. Third down run by Gibbs. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Gibbs. Broke. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back, motioning right. First down throw, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
From the 32. Connects with the open man downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the first. A give to Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 29-yard line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
This is complete to Gibbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Again, left side for Gibbs.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line. But this defense just kept swarming.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He sends this one to the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. 4th down coming up. To the air, lands. He finds Laporta. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Gotta hurry this to the line. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. St. Brown there to bring it in. They've got to keep moving quick here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. The throw is caught. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.